the early 1990s, the Air District made a conscious decision that we wanted to become more active in the community as an agency. We wanted to do more outreach. We wanted to involve the public in air pollution control because cars and transportation account for about half the air pollution in the Bay Area. And to form a partnership with the public, we put out a bid for proposals on how to do this, and one came from Community Focus, which presented a package of outreach tools from marketing to youth outreach, but also very importantly to grassroots outreach. And that's the resource teams were part of a grassroots outreach effort by the Air District to educate members of the community about air quality and to bring them together to find solutions, local solutions that they came up with to the air quality problem, particularly from transportation.
We suggested that the best way to get people to change behavior was to ask them how to do it and to have them figure out structures in their community for helping others do it. And so we presented a proposal that included a resource team in each county, because each county is a little different in its methods of communication and implementation, to carry out projects over and over again that would get people and organizations to reduce air pollution. So the resource team is designed to be responsible for implementing a strategy collaboratively.
My name is Lisa Adamos. I'm with the City of Pleasanton Economic Development Department, and I am part of the Tri-Valley Air Quality Resource Team.
I work for Enterprise Rideshare, a division of Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I am the Northern California Rideshare Manager. I currently am on all of the resource teams, but I'm active on 4.
I'm Dawn Argula, Deputy Chief of Staff for 1st District Alameda County Supervisor Scott Haggerty, and I serve on the Tri-Valley Air Quality Resource Team.
The Tri-Valley Resource Team is charged with educating our community, which includes Dublin, Livermore, San Ramon, and Pleasanton, on air quality issues. And so we create, promote, and support community programs that educate our communities about air quality.
We're working with people that are both businesses in the community, the city and the counties, and nonprofits and the like, and private citizens in some cases that are coming to this table and bringing in different perspectives that's helping us to see things from all different views so that we're not just taking one specific view.
The Air District is the convener of the teams. And as the convener, the Air District has the opportunity to frame the particular problem that the teams are trying to solve. The Air District is also a member of the resource team, so it sits at the table, and as a result can help be part of the decision on what strategy the team will use to solve the problem.
Being on the resource team actually complements what our goals are for our department. In terms of managing transportation in Pleasanton, we already promote ride sharing and school-based ride sharing. So being a part of the team and creating programs that enhance what we're already doing, such as the Walk and Roll campaign. Pleasanton already supports walk to school days and bike to school days. So having this extra layer in promoting this type of alternative commuting, it just really helps our community. And then additionally with the Great Race for Clean Air, that's something that we couldn't do as a city by ourselves. And so being a part of the team really helps us in promoting it, throughout our community.
For as long as I've been on this team, and it's probably been about 6 years at least that I've been on this team, it's a hard-working group. The members are interchangeable depending on the projects and the programs. It's constantly changing depending on the interests of the participants. They work hard and they have a lot of fun while at the same time implementing some pretty darn effective programs.
So the resource teams don't really work unless the members of the team have the freedom and the responsibility to figure out the solutions that they're going to carry out. You can't give them the responsibility for carrying out the solution unless you give them, in addition, the freedom to figure out what the solution will be. And part of that figuring out what the solution will be is to figure out what resources there are at the table to carry it out. So the resource team members are not crafting a solution for someone else to carry out. they're crafting something that they're going to carry out. And if they don't have enough resources or the right kind of resources around the table to match that solution, they either don't do it or they find some other resources to bring in that will help provide the full array that's needed to carry out the solution.
In my experience, I've not seen this type of community outreach team in any of the areas that I work in. And I work in pretty much all of Northern California, and I work with several different air districts. And this is the only air district that actually offers this type of a program. I've worked in other areas and actually tried to emulate in some ways this, and have wanted to see this happen in other areas, because I think the success of it, like I said, I think the bringing together of community, of businesses, both from the perspective of what they gain and what they can give, has been, it's a very exciting project.
There is a big difference between public outreach and community involvement. Public outreach is a more formal set of outreach goals where there are meetings to get input from the public in a more formal way. Community involvement is more an ongoing involvement with members of the community who are stakeholders to give them information where they may request it. For instance, there's a problem here, or I'm concerned about this, or I want to know more about that. But also in the resource teams, there are projects that they're working on all the time. So there are outputs from those projects.
So you can't hand people a plan and say, carry it out. So the resource team process was designed with enough creativity in mind, creativity in the implementation, so that people could use the same kind of fire and energy that they used in the visioning process to focus on implementation. But the work is really different. The work of getting something done is really different from the work of figuring out how to do it.